Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. You ever notice how a lot of good men turn cold, distant, or just straight up stop caring about relationships? Yeah, that's not random. That's what happens when a good man gets ruined by a bad woman. And I'm not talking about bad in the sexy sense. I'm talking about the kind of woman who drains your energy, your peace, and your purpose. Let me know your thoughts, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get started.
You guys don't understand how much a woman can fuck your life up when you don't know what the hell is going on. A lot of y'all are shacking up or wifing up girls that have more sexual experience than you. She's been around dudes. She knows the game. Then your dumbass ends up, oh, let me walk down the aisle with this girl. Next thing you know, 6 months later, you're getting fucking divorced or you get broken up with. That's why we tell y'all, don't get married. In general, most of you guys have no business getting fucking married.
Girls that will ruin your life. Any variation of Gabrielle. Girls that chew ice. All Geminis. Girls with dragon or snake tattoos. All Amandas. All nursing majors. Rachels. Girls that will eat off your plate. Girls that laugh during arguments. Girls that drive Jeeps. And of course, any girl that owns a cat.
I'll tell you what happens to those guys, because typically, one, women aren't adding as much value as they used to. So they used to have traditional, like men are just like, they'll look at the cost and they'll look at the benefit, right? And the problem is the cost is super high now, where a man, I've interviewed men all the time on the brink of suicide because of divorce. So, where a woman can ruin a man's reputation by calling him an abuser with no evidence, right? I mean, a woman can take a half of a man's shit. Woman can take the house, put him on child support, put him on alimony. Like, I know men, I wouldn't be surprised if in the next 2-3 years they committed suicide because these women have ruined their life. This is the cost, okay?
Proverbs 21:19. It is better to live in a desert than with a quarrelsome and nagging wife. What if you have a toxic, negative, out of alignment significant other? What is that going to do with your progress or your lack of progress?
When it comes to significant others, when you make that covenant of matrimony, you guys at that point unite as one. So having a toxic wife, it's like hiking a mountain in Sedona with literally like another person on your back. It gets exhausting. And at some point, people don't have the stamina to continue to go and wait for or help the significant other to try to get back onto their page. So they just give up.
Are you aware of the fact that a woman's behavior can absolutely destroy her man's legacy?
A woman's behavior destroys a man's legacy.
Can it destroy a man's legacy? Yes.
Okay, sure.
Look at Jada Pinkett Smith. What did she do? Oh, I f***ed another guy and told him that at the red table. Will Smith now getting made fun of, laughing stock. He's been embarrassed everywhere. No one remembers Independence Day. No one remembers 7 Pounds. No one remembers Ali. No one remembers Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. All they remember is him sitting at a red table with his wife and with red eyes saying, and her talking about another guy. So I don't think women understand that your woman is a reflection of you. If my girl's going to the club and girls' night trips, that effectively shows that I don't have control and of the relationship.
Have you ever noticed that peaceful men never ask women to be their peace? It's always the chaotic, turbulent people that are bringing nightmares in your life just asking you to be my peace. It's almost like be my peace mean tolerate my bullshit and don't ask questions in the process. There are literal men that will tell you that you are disturbing their peace when you are calling them out on their inadequacies in the relationship. There are men that will look you straight in your face and say, I'm gonna cheat on you, but I want you to be quiet about it. I'm gonna neglect you inside this home, but don't complain about it. I've never heard peaceful ass men talking about be my peace. They bring peace. You mirror the peace they give you. If you give a woman chaos, guess what the fuck you gonna get back? Chaos. Because ain't nobody going to be able to bring peace in a place where it's unsafe.
Did you know that the Bible speaks more about an abusive wife than an abusive husband? We hear so much about the narcissistic, manipulative, controlling, abusive men towards women. And my heart goes out to all those girls that are in those relationships. But what about the woman that verbally rips apart her man on a daily basis? Disrespectful, nagging, criticizing, yelling. The Bible has a term for this. It's called a contentious wife. And she is more annoying than a constantly dripping, leaky faucet. It says a man would rather live on the corner of a rooftop than share a house with her. It's that bad. Listen, we've all been her at some point, but awareness is the first step, and you cannot let her take over your mouth and your relationship. You have the power to speak life over your man in a way that nobody else can. You have incredible influence over how peaceful your relationship is. If only you can tame your attitude, your tone, and your choice of words.
The wrong one will find you in peace and leave you in pieces. The right one will find you in pieces and lead you to peace. When I tell you to protect your peace, just remember that somebody else, when you're in pain or you're in a dark place or you're broken, somebody else could potentially lead you to peace. Don't be scared. I know sometimes it's hard to trust people these days with your heart. But in reality, when people ask me, what are you looking for in a relationship? I tell them the same thing. I just want peace. And for somebody to come in my life after I've been broken so many times and they lead me to peace, I'm never going to let her go. How could I let somebody go when they cured me when I was crying and I was in my darkest places? Just remember, there is hope for love. Sometimes you just got to give people a chance.
And what would you say are the common problems that men come to you with?
They've been screwed over by women for the most part. I mean, I'm not casting dispersions here, but of the men I talk to, 98% of them, whatever life circumstances they're dealing with at the time, go back to decisions that they've made regarding women, getting married to the wrong women, getting the wrong woman pregnant, getting in a relationship with somebody who'll make false allegations, all these things, and not screening women. It goes back to that. But they're drinking, they're drugging, their depression, their suicidal ideation, they're all kinds of life problems. When we talk long enough, we get back to the women in their lives and what they were expecting. Guys think, I'm going to meet a girl and fall in love and she's going to love me back and we're going to go off happily ever after into the sunset. And then they find out that it doesn't really work that way. Mm-hmm. And it's devastating for them.
A lot of people don't like to talk about how there are women who really do abuse their man, especially emotionally. And then, of course, how they get away physically because, you know, most men don't know their strength. So they better not ever lay a hand on another woman. But then you see women that they abuse their men and then they're so toxic. They do things to their cars, to their possessions, and then they just get away with it. And a lot of people don't like to talk about it, but I will. Treat men with respect. Men feel love when they're respected. It's really that simple. And if you're not ready for a relationship, if your hands are too floppity flop, then go and stay single. There was a point in my life when I was very handsy as well. That's why I can speak about it. And it was a horrible place to be. And I'm so glad that with healing, I was able to heal that part of me. You know, you grow up in a dysfunctional family. You don't really know much of functional anything. You don't know much about healthy relationships, but that's not an excuse. If I change my ways, you can change your ways too. Treat your man with respect. If not, you're going to find him looking for somebody else who will.
See, once a man's been hurt like that, he changes. He becomes colder, more distant, less trusting. And everyone around him starts calling him toxic, emotionally unavailable, or heartless. But nobody asks why he became that way. Nobody sees the nights he sat in silence wondering what he did wrong. Nobody sees how that bad woman drained the life out of him piece by piece.
A woman will ruin your damn life and blame it on being hormonal. So men, be very mindful of the women that you engage with. What that means is, if you're not going to invest in her, dog, don't even stick your dick in her. Don't reply back, don't entertain her, none of that shit, dog. Just ignore her or block her. Because if you want to fuck your life up, dog, get involved with the wrong damn woman. And she'll ruin your damn life, dog, because she immature, she childish, she petty. And nobody has corrected her yet. She ain't learned humility. She has the time to play on your ass, to embarrass you, to make your life hell. She is perfectly fine with taking it there. And the fucked up part about it is, homie, is other women will support her because they understand what it is to be hormonal, to be emotional, and to be unstable. A lot of women use that shit as a crutch to absolutely do some of the most heinous and evil and vindictive shit ever. Only men have to truly learn to control themselves, dog. Society will accept a woman being crazy as hell because she's hormonal. So be mindful of who you invest in. Your sanity is on the line.
I feel tolerated. I feel like a pervert. That's the energy that I'm getting. It makes me feel sometimes like, is this intentional? Are you trying to minimize me? Because I'm starting to feel that way. Like my emotional self is hunching. And it's like, it's not me. My natural self is confident, boisterous. And it just feels like I'm being fucking suppressed. Let's be real. As much as I deal with rejection, I'm handling it pretty fucking well. I'm frustrated, and then I'm dealing with a partner who's making me feel like my frustration is oppressing them or making them feel bad themselves. So now I have to uproot my feelings, forget about them, and then worry about her. And that happens even in conversation. So I just asked her, how do I initiate? She didn't say anything. She didn't answer that question.
I'm going to make a lot of females mad, but I think it's time that we stop congratulating women that leave men in relationships. Like, good job, girl. He was a piece of shit anyway. I knew that you could leave him. Meanwhile, old Sally hasn't given her man Pound Town in over a year. And her man's mentally drained, going insane, finally steps out, and Sally notices that Tom's cheating, and now he's the fucking problem. I think we really need to start normalizing that most of the problem in good marriages that were good in the beginning end because the woman wasn't holding up her end of the relationship anymore. Oh, I'm too tired. Oh, my stomach hurts. Oh, I have a headache. I don't want to right now. Like, I think that happens more often than not. And then when the man does step out, all the other women are like, girl, he was a piece of shit anyway. Girl, he wasn't worth it. Girl, blah, blah, blah. When in actuality, you had a good ass man. You just didn't know how to maintain him.
Man, let me tell y'all something real quick. And this is for the men. This is for the men. You know you got to get warnings because some people be hard-headed. Fellas, the worst woman to date or be with is a woman that enjoys cutting a man down with her tongue. Hear me out. This particular woman knows how to make you feel small with just the words that she say. She ain't even got to say much, but she know what to say. And you know what type of woman I'm talking about. It just be crazy because most of the women that carry that trait are women that really start off so good. They be so good to you. But you got to pay attention to how she treat the people that's around her. If she talk to her mama crazy, you ain't got a chance. She talk to her daddy crazy, you definitely ain't got a chance. She treat her friends poorly, you know she ain't gonna do you the same way, huh? Until she do. And she will. And then now you trying to figure out, dang, how did I get here? You got to pay attention to how that woman treat her people around her and the people that she love. And you got to be careful not to get yourself too entangled with a person with that type of spirit. Because that type of behavior will rub off on you. And then once you leave that person, you will find yourself treating the next person the way that she treated you. So y'all be safe out there.
Here's the reality, okay? Women don't always tell you when they're done. They'll just show you. If you miss these signs, you are already being silently dumped. Number 1, the intimacy disappears. She doesn't want to kiss you. She doesn't want to sleep with you. She doesn't even want your hand on her leg. That warmth is gone. Number 2, she avoids you. Suddenly, she's too busy. She's staying late at work. She's going out with friends more often. You've never even heard of these friends. Truth is, she doesn't want to be around you. Number 3, her body language. It turns hostile. She's cold, closed off. Arms crossed, quick to snap. Even your presence irritates her. Number 4, she's making exit plans behind your back. Looking at apartments, moving money, lining up the next chapter without even saying a word to you. Number 5, she becomes hypocritical. Every little thing you do is wrong. You can't win, and she makes you feel small, useless, unworthy of purpose. It's her way of detaching. Number 6, out of nowhere, there are new friends, and let's be real, it's usually another man. She'll gaslight you like it's innocent. Oh, he's just a friend. But if she respected you, those conversations would not even exist. Number 7, Communication dies. No good mornings, no checking in, no effort. She is silent because in her head, the relationship's over. She just hasn't left you yet. And the truth is, by the time you feel that shift, she is already emotionally gone. You are just the last one to catch on. Stop ignoring the red flags. Stop waiting until she's halfway out the door to wake up. If she is pulling away like this, it's not love anymore. It's a countdown until she leaves you. Don't be the guy left blindsided. Wake up, pay attention to the red flags because they matter.
If you are a woman who is not healed through their trauma, say you were in a past relationship with a man who was extremely abusive to you, and in your survival mode, you would match his level of intensity. So you would start yelling, screaming, calling names, throwing things in his face because he was doing it to you. And now you're in a new relationship and you're with a man who doesn't do anything like that. He's a super sweet dude. He has his flaws. He frustrates you and gets under your skin a little bit. But once you enter fight or flight, and you're triggered and you're living that scenario that you had with your ex, knowing that that is not your current partner, and you start throwing things in his face and calling him names and yelling at him and berating him because you can't control your emotions or resolve the trauma and the damage from somebody else, you are ruining that good man. And you're going to take a little bit of a piece of him every single time that happens. And before you know it, you're going to have all the pieces. He's going to be a shell of a man of who he was. He's not even going to recognize himself when he looks in the mirror.
All right.
Every single day is going to be Groundhog Day for him. He's going to wake up, know there's going to be conflict that day, go to work, come home, and know he is not going to be appreciated.
Yeah.
And because he's not going to feel appreciated, he's not going to appreciate you. And in turn, that's going to build more resentment in you.
You can't fix it.
You're not letting me.
Because you're too late, Zoe. The one time that I needed you, the one time. Where were you at? Right. But if you need something, you expect me to drop everything and be there, no questions asked. Because that's how this relationship works. You need some advice about something, I give it to you. You need some support during a crisis, you got it. You need somebody to kiss to get over your ex, I'm your man, right? Right? You said it yourself. I'm always there for you.
I know. And I'm sorry.
And don't be. Please don't be. I'm honestly not even mad at you. I'm mad at myself to think that you would actually come through for me.
You see, once a good man is broken, he's never the same again. And the worst part? The next woman who comes along, the one who might actually be genuine, she's gonna have to deal with all the damage that bad woman caused. So yeah, bad women ruin good men. But only if those good men let them. Know your worth. Guard your heart. Stay solid. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one.